Alright, welcome back to the SpaceBlock playthrough. Yeah, it's maybe the fifth time I'm recording this because something goes wrong. And yeah, the main thing went wrong is I recorded a whole episode without my microphone. So yeah, and unfortunately I built the blue science thing and I have all the building footage. I'm gonna edit a little time lapse in a second. But yeah, I'm missing all the talking parts, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna repeat all that now. Well, I'm actually repeating it for the fourth time, because the second time I still didn't have my microphone on. This was genius work by myself. And the second time I don't really the second time, or like the third time, I had the Factorio sound way too loud. Ah yeah, by the way, I should maybe turn this down again on my TV here. Yeah, talking about it, there were some mentions of the sounding, like the in-game sound being weird on my recordings, and I think I know what this was now. Yeah, I had some messed up settings in my recording software. It should be fine now, I hope. Maybe if you were noticing this before and it's normal now, or it's still there, let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this. I mainly just copied the individual builds from the red science build that I made last episode and from the module build. So yeah, this is pretty much straightforward. So I have iron mining here and here, making 5 belts of iron ore, getting turned into 6 belts of iron plate. Yeah, and 3 of those get turned into steel. And well, I'm using the overflow here and feeding it back into the rest of the iron, which seems to be working great. And then this gets split into, well, this is basically getting split into 5 belts here in a bit of a weird way. And 2 of those go into green circuits. This should look familiar as well. And the other 3 go into a pretty giant engine unit build. Well, first they get turned into gear wheels and pipes here. Gear wheels go on the inside and pipes on the outside of the left belt. And yeah, steel is getting sneaked through here. I don't know. And yeah, this is all getting turned into engine units, which will get turned into blue science, but only when combined with red circuits. Well, wasn't this an elegant transition? And sulfur, the most spectacular build of them all. Yeah, the plastic build is just the same old, and the cracking I copied from the module build, so all these parts are really just recycled parts if you want. And then it's just a matter of linking them together in a smart way, which I'm just gonna show in the montage in a second. Yeah, the only thing I reworked was the copper cable build. This one is making properly compressed belts now, and turning them into red circuits. Well, it's not this one that's turning them into red circuits, but this one, you know the drill. Okay, yeah, this was a very tight fit here. I just so managed to squeeze in enough assemblers for blue science to make a little bit more than 45 per second. So this belt should always be compressed, and yeah, it's been compressed for a while now. Actually, this should be filling up by now, I guess. So yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna edit in a few minutes or maybe a minute of building this, and then I'm gonna be back and start on purple science, I guess. And then things are gonna get really interesting. Okay, I hope that looked fabulous. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure it did. Yeah, I'm gonna try something new here and show you the Factorio calculator that many of you may have seen before. Yeah, this is the Kirk McDonald GitHub page where you can put in, let me see, can you see that now? Yeah. Can put in how much of what you want to produce, and you can put in all kinds of settings here. Yeah, one thing to note, many people get that wrong. The number of beacons here, which is 16 in this case, is not the number of beacons, but the number of modules. This messes up a lot of people's calculations. Okay, yeah, just a little side note. If I put in 45 here, which is what I want for purple science, well, I want that for all sciences, and just look at the numbers here, I would need 3.5 belts of plastic, which sounds doable, and 5 belts of copper ore, which sounds doable, and 7.6 belts of stone, which is already quite a bit when you put all of that together for one cell. And then you scroll down and you see you need 29 belts of iron and 24 belts of iron ore. Which, yeah, if you just look at the map real quick, I'm making 5 belts here in this cell. And all of this is, well, excluding the top right part, all of this is smelting and mining iron and steel. So if you multiply this by, well, 6, it's not gonna fit in here. No way. So I think, yeah, well, I don't think, I know that I'm gonna have to split this. The belt is not compressed anymore. Why? There's cuts in the belt. Crap, okay. Back to this thing first. But yeah, the main message is I'm gonna need to split the build, and I think I'm gonna split it in 5 or 6 parts. I'm not really sure. But yeah, more about that in a second. Why is this, what's not keeping up here? I'm confused. Okay, I found the problem. These guys aren't running because there's an inserter missing here and here and here. Are those the only ones? Yeah, so I wasn't making enough engine units after all. These are running. Yeah, I think that was the only ones. Okay. This took me a while to figure out. Yeah, it's the little mistakes that get you. And this belt was really running compressed for quite a while before this was noticeable. Okay, so now things should be alright. Okay, so after rewatching what I said and calculated here, I decided to delete all of this and do it differently. Yeah, I built a little bit of stuff here. I do have the footage, but I think you may have seen quite a bit of bots building landfill by now, so I might just save you that. Oh, there's some rail missing here. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is, because, well, I was only calculating builds for the big cells, and I will have lots of small cells as well. So I think what I'm gonna do here is make 2 different builds for purple science. Namely one that makes 9 per second in a big cell and one that makes 6 per second in a small cell. So that's going to be 15 per second, so I'm going to need 3 of each of those, and then I'm going to have the 45 that I need. I think that's a good plan, because otherwise I'm going to build lots of big cells and fill them and not really have anything to do with the small cells. I'm going to leave this one empty for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna start building the purple science in here, I think. Maybe build some more landfill down here at the same time. I think this is as far south as I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think the base is probably gonna be like, I don't know, this big. Well, no, this big. we'll see. I mean, I'm not really sure how far I'm gonna have to expand this, but yeah, this is my current estimate. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll just go start designing. Oh yeah, I have two Spidertrons now, just for ego reasons. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna go and design, well, I guess the 9 SPM purple build first, just because I'm in that cell now. And yeah, I'll cut back in a second when I have all the mining and smelting figured out. Alright, so this is the iron side of things. This was a little bit of a tight fit. Oh, there's a little bit of belt missing here. But yeah, it fit quite nicely in here. I'm turning 5 belts of ore into 6 belts of plate, and 5 of those go straight into steel. Yeah, I planned these out for mining productivity level 7. These are a little bit underfed now and will only kick in when this is done, which is gonna take a little bit longer. Not too much though, it's like probably like 8 more rocket launches, I guess. And well, this is slowly kicking along, like going along here. I could probably make this faster by just bringing a few blue circuits here, but I'm not really bothered. I think I can maybe just use those for. Yeah, this is just gonna take a little bit longer until this fully kicks in, but well, I'm gonna take a little bit more time to build it anyways, and I might have to come back and test this properly at some later point when it's fully functional. But yeah, it shouldn't take too long, I think. Let me see if this is looking very short. No, but it's fine. It's consuming a little more than a full belt of iron plate, and I hope this should be enough. Let's see, 55.2, and I need 53.5. Yeah, so this should be fine. Alright, so I think I'm just gonna build the copper and stone parts of it, and the oil part of it, and all of that. Yeah, this shouldn't take too long. As always, or as before, I'm just gonna basically steal builds that I've already made. So plastic is here, oil stuff is here. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the full cracking build here because I think I'm only gonna need this many refineries. Yeah, I'll see. But this should actually fit very handily in here, I think. And then I'm gonna have this space left for, well, making rails and furnaces and modules and all of that. But yeah, this shouldn't use too much space, I think. Okay, I think I've reevaluated things and I am going to scale up a little bit. I'm not gonna make 9 signs per minute, per second, but 15 here, because, well, I'm almost done with, the only thing that's missing is green circuits, which for 9 signs per second would be 1 belt, which is like this big, and then red circuits, which would be maybe like this big. Well, and I think I can squeeze out more. I'm not really sure. I think I'm gonna plan it out a little further and then see how much room I have left and then maybe squeeze in a bit more. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this. But like all the builds that are not, well, the only things that are missing that are a little bit spacious, well, the only thing is basically red circuits. Green circuits are tiny and all the other builds are gonna be really small as well. So can I squeeze in 4 more belts of iron? Maybe not. Well, maybe I think I'm gonna stick to my original plan for now and maybe rebuild the thing a little bit or like restructure it a little bit. Yeah, I've already booted up the stone part, unfortunately. So yeah, I can still move it, but it's going to be a little bit painful. I'm not going to boot up this, and I'm not going to boot up the plastic stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to plan things for now and then see how much room's going to be left. Alright, this is everything done and up to the final ingredients basically. Well, I guess except for like iron sticks, but consider those part of the rail build. Yeah, I think I'll leave it as it is because even though I have still quite a bit of room left, I don't think I can fit in. I mean, it would be basically 2/3 of what I have added to this, and I don't think this is gonna fit and then have room for the final product. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. So I think I'm gonna leave it as it is, and yeah, I'm gonna leave myself a little bit of room here. Well, I'm still not 100% decided, but I think that's what I'm gonna go for. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and do something a bit weird for the rail part of the purple science. I'll see. I haven't quite figured things out, but I want to do a bit more direct insertion and a bit less of the boring old, yeah, these kind of straight builds. But I still want to get enough beacons in there, and yeah, this is gonna take a little bit of fiddling, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna see what I come up with. Okay, I think this is what things are gonna look like. I know it's a little bit weird and convoluted and doesn't really look like my normal straight and well, very space efficient build, but yeah, this is this was fun and I like it, and I think it's gonna stay that way. Yeah, I already had it hooked up and then messed up somewhere, and yeah, I think it's fine now. And as soon as I start the copper part of all of this, I should be making purple science. Let's get this going. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave things as they are. This means this cell is not gonna be as full, but well, I have some very nice concrete decoration things planned, so I'm actually quite happy if I can see a little bit of the floor here. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave things as they are. Yeah, the concrete thing, yeah, this crap is gonna go soon, don't worry. I find it very ugly by now, the more I look at it. But yeah, I have some very nice things. I had some help, and I'm probably gonna talk about that next episode. Okay, I think I'm just gonna let this fill up. I'm gonna follow it here. There's the first copper plate coming in, first circuit, what's it called? Here, copper wire coming in. And I just realized I need some coal for plastic and some oil, and there's no coal. Ah, crap. Okay, let's just go somewhere with coal real quick. Where is that? Well, somewhere else. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna have the second spider follow me at all times. It's from my personal security reasons. Should be coal around here, yeah. And I'm gonna need some oil, but I do have that, okay. Wait, why is this one not running? And I just stole the speed modules. Oops. Yeah. Alright, this should be enough. So I have oil, so I should have everything I need. Yeah, all of these builds are sitting idle and I'm using very little power now. I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful and remember to expand power even if I don't currently need it, because once all of this kicks in, I'm gonna brown out. Yeah, I'm gonna hook all of these up. Let's start here. Might have dropped some on the ground there, but did I? No. Are all of these running? Yeah, looks like it. So on to oil, or where is it? Here. This can't be here. Those, and then chain feed it on. Well, it's not really a chain if it's just two, I guess. And delete that, and these should be self-sufficient. They have water, cracking should have water as well. Yeah, I think we're good to go. I think I'm just gonna stand here. Well, I'm gonna build the station first, and then I'm just gonna time-lapse the filling up of this whole contraption here, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the one wagon train, I think, for now. Well, no, I'm gonna do it with same as for all the other ones. Just go overkill and rebuild the thing. This should be plenty of room for this station here. And yeah. Alright, why are you not powered? Keep cutting the power network somewhere. Alright, so let's hook this up and then see if everything boots up properly. I think if it does, this might be all for today. Well, I'm gonna see first. Well, green circuits are not producing. Plastic is already in, so yeah, I think this is nice. Yeah, cracking has already done its work here. Output full. Alright, this is looking perfect. Gonna wait for this to boot up. I didn't include lights here. This is a no-go, of course. Let's maybe go in here and here. Yeah, this is a chaotic build, so I'm just gonna build the lights chaotically. Should fit the theme. This isn't though, so still gonna build the lights chaotically, I guess. Oh. Alright, so red circuits coming in should be enough. Should be more than enough actually. I think I only need like 2/3 of what I built here. Yeah, looking nice. Inserters are keeping up. Alright, so I think this can be called a success, even though it's a little bit, well, as I said, I could have extended this a little more, maybe do something like 11.25 to get a quarter of 45. Well, no, I think I'm gonna leave it as it is. I think it's a nice build still, and I'm gonna copy this along for 2 more times and then make a smaller one for the 6 signs per minute build, and that should be all for purple signs. But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to finish that in this episode. Yeah, this was kind of a weird thing. Again, I recorded this over multiple days and lots of things went wrong with the blue signs build here. Yeah, this is standing still, of course. I guess this can go now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut this out here for today and finish up the purple signs next episode, and then start on the yellow signs, and then finally start launching rockets. I don't think it's gonna be too many more episodes, maybe like 4-ish, I guess. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching and maybe see you next time.